Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my July TBR. Now, as you would have seen, you would have already seen that I've done a Jane Austen July TBR, and a couple of these books are kind of on that, and I will link that video down below. Not sure so at the moment my video if you include all the books from this TBR and the ones on the other TBR, I'm looking at about 18 books. And I'm going on holiday at the end of July. I'm planning to take a few books with me. Not quite decided which ones I'm going to take with me yet. But I think I'm going to leave a bit of flexibility. So in my Jane Austen July TBR, I've probably added an extra couple of books that I may well be reading. On this TBR, there is 18 books, if you include, like I said, when you do the two together. But I will probably be including some of my books from my summer reads TBR at the end. Because it's summer and I love it. Today is a bit of a weird day. We had some bad news, so the school's closed today. So the day I'm filming this, my kids are in there and they're feeling a bit funny. So I'm outside in the garden. I'm enjoying the sun. I'm planning to really make the best of it. And the cat's just gone mad. So let's get on with it. July, like I said, at the end of July, 22nd of July, we've got our first holiday that we've had in ages. So we'll be taking some books down for there. So I've got some summary books. So I've got some books that really spring out because the kids break up the day before, so the end of July will be mad with them. I'm pre-filming a lot of my videos for July, end of July and early August, and because obviously I want to focus on the kids in July and August. Some of our days, they deserve it. But enough rambling, let's talk about the books. So actually, I was going to read that one. Decided I'm going to do things in a different order, so I'll put that there. So firstly, we've got my buddy read books. The first buddy read book you would have already seen in my Jane Austen July TBR, and that is The Other Bennet Sister. I would have talked about that a bit more in that Jane Austen July TBR, but it's obviously a Pride and Prejudice retelling, and it's about Mary Bennet's story. So I've already read this once, but I'm buddy reading it with Ange from Angie Henderson. I think that's her channel. So I'm really looking forward to that. I am buddy reading The Strawberry Thief, which is the fourth in the Chocolat series. I'm buddy reading this with Gemma from Read a Book Gem. Yes, she's not really on BookTube now, but she is still on Instagram. And this is Vivienne Rocher has settled down. Las Quinettes sous Tan, the place where she once rejected her, has finally become her home. With Rosette, her youngest child, she runs her chocolate shop in the square, talks to her friends on the river, and is part of the community. Even Reynard the priest has become a friend. But when old Narcisse the florist dies, leaving a parcel of land for Rosette and a written confession to Reynard, the life in the sleepy village is once more thrown into disarray. And when a mysterious new shop with a strange appeal now opens, it heralds a change, a confrontation, a turbulence, and perhaps even a murder. Me and Gemma have not had the best few reading months, so really need a book that we know we're going to love. So I'm really looking forward to this. Then another book that's on my Jane Austen July TBR that I'm buddy reading with Danny from Danny's Book World is Pride and Prejudice. Again, I would have spoken about this quite a lot. We all know about Pride and Prejudice. This was a book my sister bought me for Christmas, so I've got a new copy of it, so I'm counting it as a new read. My gorgeous cloth-bound classic. Heaven and earth are the shades of Pemberley to be polluted. I don't know whether to keep that on there or change it, but oh, I love this copy. My sister got it for me, and can't wait to read this. This is one of my favourite books of all time, so I can't wait to read that. I said I would talk more about that would have talked about that on my Jane Austen July TBR. I'm filming things in the odd order. And then the last buddy read, because I didn't want to buddy read too much in July because of Jane Austen July and because it's holiday month. But it's a book I'm so excited about. I don't know it's going to be my favourites for the year, but it'll be in the second half of my favourites for the year. The No Show by Beth O'Leary. I pre-ordered this. I don't care. I love it. I love Beth O'Leary. Loved the flat share. Really enjoyed the one where she's got swapping people. Why my brain sort of go? I loved the road trip. The road trip I loved. Yeah, the Switch. Oh my god, I love the Switch. The road trip I loved. The mirrors in the background. She can wait though. And this is amazing. It is about the fact that one day at 8:52, Siobhan is looking forward for a breakfast date with Joseph. She is surprised when he suggested it. She normally sees him late at night in her hotel room. Breakfast on Valentine's Day surely means something. So where is he? Then 2:43, Miranda's hoping that a Valentine lunch with Carter will be a perfect way to celebrate her new job. And then 6:30, Joseph Carter agreed to be Jane's fake boyfriend for an engagement party. They've not known each other long, but their friendship is fast becoming the brightest part of her life. Meet Joseph Carter, if you can find him. The no-show. Buddy reading with this with Ange from Ange's Book Chatter, who is one of my BookTube best friends, and I love. By the way, I love all these people. Her and Danny. So can't wait for this. So bloody excited about those. My buddy reads are some of the books that I'm probably most excited about for the whole month. Now I've got my 2 read-alongs. The Wolf All Along would have been finished by now. Thank God. God. The penultimate book in the analog is Rainbow Valley. Not particularly happy with my edition of this. I don't remember too much about this, except for the fact that it doesn't really focus much on the Ingleside children. It doesn't really focus much on Anne's family. It focuses on a different family. I'm not particularly keen on my edition of this, but it was the only book I could find at the time, so I'm kind of going with it. And then the book that I'm super excited about, that I'm going to be reading over July and August, is the 6 Tudor Queens book. It's Anne Boleyn, A Queen's Obsession. You know she is the one that I hate, but I love to hate her. I hate her, but I love to hate her. I know the most about her, and I literally love to hate her. She is one of the, oh my goodness, the young woman who changed the course of history. We all know what she did. We all know that she was a baddie. We all know that I'm reading this for the Tudor along with my co-host Gemma from Gemma Books and Danny from Danny's Book World. You know I love this series. You know I'm going to love this book. I can't flipping wait. Eek is all I can say. And now for the TBR jar. Does the kids want to come out and see me pick my TBR jar book? I wonder if they're going to come and watch me pick this. Mia's coming out with her hair in a turban. So you're going to have a Mia appearance. Doesn't matter, she's got hair in her turban. She only just had a shower. So I'll let Mia pick the book. I'm going to let Mia pick one of those, any one of those slips. I'm scared. And tell me what it says.
The Portrait at a Lady.
Of a lady. Oh, flipping heck. She picked the what? She picked the big book. I'm going to duff her in a minute. She picked my classics. So it's not only Jane Austen July when I'm reading classics. She picked the biggest book on my TBR jar. So, oh well, she picked the biggest book. She picked The Portrait of a Lady by Henry James. It is my biggest book on my TBR, so I'm going to kill her. But The Portrait of a Lady is an intensely moving masterpiece on the destructive power of love and features Henry James's most magnificent literary heroine. Isabel Archer, a wealthy, beautiful and spirited American, is expected to marry when she travels to Europe with her aunt. But Isabel is resolved to enjoy the freedom her wealth brings. This book is, don't know if that still read the pages, 681 pages. Nope, that's not it. No, that's not it. It is chapter 55. Sorry, it's 665 pages. Still the biggest book on there. Mia's dead. The TBR jar has screwed me over big time this month. Great. Now for other books that are on my TBR that I am looking forward to. So we've got the next one in the Nightingale series, which is Nightingales at War. This is the Nightingale's nurses are doing their bit for king and country. Dora is the devoted mother of twin babies, but is determined to help the war effort, so she goes back to work at the Nightingale Hospital. More used to nights out in the West End, Jennifer and Sissy volunteer for the hope of tending to handsome strangers. Then we've got new characters. For shy and troubled Eve, the hospital provides an escape from the pressures at home. Looking forward to this, but it does look very hard-hitting. Then the next one is completely opposite to that, because obviously it's a comfort food one. It's the next one in the Comfort Food Cafe series, Coming Home to the Comfort Food Cafe. There's nothing like good friends and a piece of cake won't fix. And this is going to be hard hitting actually, because it's Zoe is hoping to go to the Dorothy Sea Breeze, and it'll be a fresh start for her and her godmother Martha, because unfortunately they've lost someone they love. This is one of the longest books in the series. It's nearly 400 pages. I'm screwed. But it's one I'm really looking forward to because I love the Comfort Food Cafe. The whole theory of it all, you know, it gets me going. Then we've got the next in the page 2 buddy read. The One We Fell in Love With. This is one I don't remember too much about. I think it's about sisters. Phoebe is caught between a rock and a hard place, settling down and get married or return to the French Alps and pursue her passion. Don't remember much about this one. Eliza is in love with someone who's no longer hers, in fact he probably never was, and her dream of becoming a successful musician, it seems to be vanishing before her eyes. Rose is out of a job and out of a boyfriend, and to make matters worse, she's forced to move in back with her mother. But these three very different girls have one thing in common: Angus, the one they fell in love with. Really looking forward to that. Okay, this is a book that my boss at Baz Books thinks is absolutely hilarious that I want this. And it's on the charity shop, so if you haven't got it, get it. I think Gemma from Read the Book Gem got me this for my birthday, or did my sister? I can't remember. No, it was actually my sister. I can't remember who got it me. If it was Gemma or my sister, Charlie. I normally keep the notes in there. Oh fudge, I can't remember. Confessions of a 40-something. I am a 40-something. A novel for any woman who wonders how the hell she got here and why life isn't quite as she imagined it's going to be, and who is desperately trying to figure out it all out when everyone around her is making gluten-free brownies. Meet Nell, her life is a mess. In the world of perfect Instagram life, she feels like even worse, a 40-something. And when she starts a secret podcast and forms an unlikely friendship with Cricket, an 80-something widow, things begin to change because Nell is determined this time next year things will be very different. But first she has a confession. I need this. I don't know when I'm going to read it. I don't know to read it at the start when I'm feeling, or whether to save it for the end because it just looks so much fun. Then a book that's on my summer reads, and it's like a summary book. It's a historical fiction, The House of Charlton by Prue Leith, who is a celebrity, I believe. It's World War II is not yet over, proud family, and in the family's home in Charlton, Donald Oliver is snubbed by his aristocratic neighbours, Lord Frampton. A wild daughter, Laura, Donald's daughter, falls in love with Giovanni, an Italian ex-prisoner of war, and then we've got a desperate hope. Don't want to know too much about this. It looks brilliant. I'm well excited. And then my thriller for a month, I picked another big book. The Dorothy Clue one, Tell Me Your Secret. You know I love Dorothy Clue thrillers. They're big, they're mahoosive, but I fly through them. 10 years ago today, Peter survived a weekend with a sadistic serial killer. She never told anyone what happened and instead moved on with her life. But now the man who kidnapped her is hunting her down. I won't be able to tell you more about that because Thomas is kicking up out the back, so I better get on with that. And then last but not least, I've got The Summer That Changed Us by Kathy Brownlee, which is a book that I'm so excited about. It's Kathy Brownlee's newest book. It's set in Mel Bay. It's for Katie, the perfect hideout after a childhood trauma left her feeling exposed. For Robin, the fresh sea air is helping her to heal her scars, but maybe not her marriage. For Grace, the new start could help her move on from a heartbreaking loss. When they meet on Sea Glass Beach, they form an instant bond and soon finds out they're sharing Prosecco, laughter, and even their biggest secrets. Can't wait for that. That one is one I'll probably save for the holiday. Anyway, apart from the fact that I know I'm going to save that for the second half of the month, what of those do you think I should prioritise? Which ones do you think I should get there? With the Henry James book, do I read it slowly over the course of the month, or do I just crack on and get it done? Let me know down below. Is there any books? Let me know what books you're really super excited about for July. Are you doing Jane Austen in July as well? Let me know. Is there any books that you think I want to prioritise? Let me know down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.